For this assignment, we're going to use the given file in your link. We're going to start creating charts to represent our data. First thing we're going to do is we're going to select cells A3 through C8. So click on A3, drag across to column C, and then down through 8. To create a chart, we're going to go to our Insert tab. And here we have our number of charts. We have bars, horizontal bars, columns, pies, okay, scatters. We're going to start by working with our 2D clustered columns. So that's going to be this first grouping here. So now we have a chart represented based on the data. So we have our categories, our x-axis, the high school diploma, high school graduate, and then the dollar figures that correspond for men and women. There are two routes we can do to position. First, we can move and drag. So if we go to A13, we can drag it over to column D, maybe up through 26. Or, clicking on here, we can move our chart. We're going to move it to an entirely new sheet. We're going to call this sheet column. Press OK. Now you can see down here we have column and then sheet 1, which is where our data originated from. We're going to change, so I want to show you here how it's correlated. So here we have high school graduate. Let's go to sheet 1. Click on that high school graduate. Let's change this to high school diploma. Enter. Let's flip back to our column. Sorry about that. Okay, so back to high school diploma. We changed here. Flip over. You can see here it went from changed back to high school diploma. So the same would work if we changed any of these here, any of the dollar figures here. It's going to directly correlate and change our chart because they are linked together. We're going to go back to our column chart and click on our column. When we do that, we got two additional tabs that pop up, our design tab and our format. Let's go in our design tab. We're going to go to the chart layout or the quick layout groups. Here you have different pre-template formats. We're going to go with this 9th one, layout 9. So now we have our legend on the side here, title up top, access titles for horizontal and vertical. Chart title we're going to change, and you can do it one way. The easiest way you can do that is just to double click in there. We're going to change that to Education Pays. Enter or deselect. Okay, the vertical axis title, so that's going to be your up and down over here. Again, just highlight it. We're going to change that to median income. And we're going to switch down to our bottom axis. Horizontal one, we're going to do education level. Now we're going to go back up to the design. Well, it happens, just select your chart. We're going to do a different layout. So here you have a big selection. You'll have a drop down, or there'll be a little box in the corner here you can select. Why don't we go with this one? Okay, this looks nice. Everything pops out. You have a little 3D feel to it. Here we're going to go, now we're going to go up here to add chart element. Here you can change your accesses. So whether you want or don't want a primary horizontal or vertical. The titles showing. Chart title above, you can have it centered. So this is where you're going to go for further assignments when you need to adjust your titles and your data labels. So we're going to go into the legend. Right now it's at the bottom. Let's move it to the top. Okay, so now at the top here we have our men, women legend. Now let's go back to sheet 1. Another option we have, we're going to use some of the same data. At times we may have data we want in one column, but not data that's simply next to it. So let's look at your education level. Let's highlight A3 through A8. Hold down your Shift key, and let's go, A3 through A8, Command or Control key. Hold that down, and then click on column C, the women. We're going to go back up here into Insert. This time we're going to do a 3D pie chart. Again, let's move that chart. Let's go to a new sheet. We'll just call it pie chart. Okay, so from here then you have your data labels down here, your legends. Some chart elements we can do. So why don't we go ahead and click this one. This gives us a 3D element with labels positioned on the inside. Again, here you have your chart elements. These are the only options right now. So above, data labels. So if you want them on the outside. Okay, so whatever it is for your visual preference, that's how you're going to adjust it as need be. Right? So that's how you create a chart with non-adjacent cells. Here you have a bar graph using all data, and then our sheet 1 tab. So this is where our information comes from. So go ahead and submit your finished assignment and then work on through the rest that are being posted.